Hello, New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com here again. It's the 23rd of December 2020. Today we'll look at Budgie. Now, what a band they were, and arguably their most well-known three albums from all the way back in the mid-1970s. Before we do that, the usual opening plea, if I may, and that's that you at least consider subscribing to the channel. Hope you do. That'd be a big help. It really would. Budgie, man, what a band! What a band they were. I don't know where to start. They're that good. Very influential as well. They originated from Wales, and man, they were as heavy as anybody. You name them, Budgie were heavier. The monster sound. And the three albums that they are arguably best known for, Never Turn Your Back on a Friend, In for the Kill, and Bandolier, were issued between 1973 and 1975 on MCA, and now you can get all three of them in one little tidy box set. And as I'm recording this, I've checked on Amazon, and it's available for under a tenner. That's less than 10 English pounds. You can get these three fantastic classic Budgie albums. You'd be daft not to. I mean, you really would. I mean, even 40 odd years after these albums came out, they're still top of my personal playlist. I listen to them regularly. But Budgie, if you don't know them, they were a proper power trio, as the cliche is, power trio. Tony Borg, the guitarist back then, could out-riff anybody. You can have your Tony Iommis and your Black Sabbaths. Budgie, far heavier. Borg, monster riffs, soaring solos. The man, these boys were under the radar, but what a band, and what a player Tony Borg was. Then we've got Burke Shelley, which he was described as the Welsh Geddy Lee, little guy with big glasses, punching out the bass lines and a high shrill singing voice as well, and rock solid drumming. But Budgie tended to go through drummers a little bit like Spinal Tap, but every drummer they had, like Pete Boot et al., solid, big sound. They didn't achieve the same heights as Black Sabbath, Uriah Heep, Deep Purple, who were their contemporaries at the time, but to me, they were as good as any of them. You name a band and Budgie were just as good. They really were. They rocked really hard. Borg's riffs, monster. And he really could solo away with the best of them as well. Burke Shelley was the main songwriter. And all right, he did the hard stuff. He could do the sensitive ballads as well, and which came out in the slower stuff. And some of those song titles, man. In the Grip of a Tire Fitter's Hand, Crash Course in Brain Surgery, Napoleon Bonaparte's 1 and 2, and the list goes on. But don't let the weird titles make you think the songs are weird, because they're not. They're as hard as hell. Budgie influenced many, not least Metallica. Metallica, big Budgie fans. They were also influential when the new wave of British heavy metal came along, and indeed, if you pick up Budgie's album Power Supply from the late 70s, I think it probably came out 79-ish. That's basically Budgie doing Nwabum. I mean, listen on that song, Forearm Smash. Man, what a song. But anyway, we're getting away from these three albums, aren't we? But, Budgie, just monster. Perhaps their most well-known song is Bread Fan, which you'll have in this collection here. It's got nothing to do with Sliced Loaves at all, but it probably is the best known song. Cranking riff from Borg, cranking monster speedy riff. Burke Shelley singing on the edge of shrill that can just about still be picked up by human hearing, and it speeds along punchy as you like. You've got to listen to it to believe it. It's that good. Let's say now these three classics all out in one little box set, and as I mentioned earlier, as I'm recording this, you can pick them up on Amazon for under a tenner, all three. So you'd be daft not to. All remastered, all sound really fresh. And you know, Budgie, much missed by many. I guess they're more of a cult band, but they really should have been massive. There's a handy little booklet in there with notes and photographs and history and all sorts of stuff. So why would you not pick this up? If you remember Budgie from the old days and maybe you lost your vinyl, or you just want to discover some really pumping heavy metal, Budgie is the place to start, and these three albums do it. They don't make them like Budgie anymore. Again, you know, they should have been massive, but sadly weren't. So do yourself a treat, find a tenner. You won't need to spend it all. Well, you will after the postage and packing, of course, but these three classic albums, as I'm recording this, available on Amazon for less than 10 English pounds. So you won't spend less than a tenner on many better things than these. Just go out and do it. Then you've got three albums to listen back to back. What a treat your ears will have. Just go out and do it. Link below to the album on Amazon. As I'm going to say again, repetition for emphasis. You can pick them up as I'm recording this for less than a tenner. So do it. There's a link back to the blog post, as there always is. And as the usual closer, please subscribe to the channel if you would like to. I'd appreciate that. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and of course, do take care.